Hey guys, welcome back to our walkthrough of classic poetry. Today I want to go over my favorite poem from the Irish poet Thomas Moore, and it's called How Dear to Me the Hour. That's a short and fairly self-explanatory poem, but it's really beautiful, and I wanted to share it because it's not the kind of poem you're probably going to come across if you're reading a lot of collections and anthologies. So as always, it's written down below so you can follow along as I read aloud. Here's How Dear to Me the Hour. How dear to me the hour when daylight dies, and sunbeams melt along the silent sea, for then sweet dreams of other days arise, and memory breathes her vesper sigh to thee. And as I watch the line of light that plays along the smooth wave toward the burning west, I long to tread that golden path of rays, and think 'twould lead to some bright isle of rest. I just love the imagery that he uses to start off this poem, How dear to me the hour when daylight dies and sunbeams melt along the silent sea. It's just a beautiful word picture. He's obviously talking about a sunset that he's watching over the ocean. And what strikes me is the next few lines where he describes exactly why that is so dear to him. Because I think all of us would say that we love sunsets, that hour is dear to all of us. We love the colors, we love just the majesty of it all. And while I'm sure that was true of him, that he loved those things as well, he said something else about it that he loved that really made the hour special to him. He said, "For then sweet dreams of other days arise, and memory breathes her vesper sigh to thee." So he says, sweet dreams of other days arise. Something about being out in the beauty and grandeur of nature changes his mode of thinking. It causes him to think about other days in his life. In other words, it kind of makes him take a step back from his current situations, and it makes him think about his life in the grander scheme, right? Sweet dreams of other days. Like, it makes him think about his life as a whole. Who am I in the grand scheme of things? What do I have to offer this world? What kind of man do I want to become? What do I want to do in the short days that I have here on this planet before I leave? These are the kinds of questions in our hurried, modern life in the cities that we don't often ask ourselves. We're so busy going from point A to point B to point C, just boom, 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 that we don't often take the time to go and watch something like a sunset or be swept up in something grand that's so big and so fleeting that it reminds us of the short and fleeting nature of our own lives. It makes us wonder, what exactly am I doing on this planet? Could I be living better? Could I be living my life more fully? And so that's why Thomas Moore says that this hour, this brief hour, right? An hour is so brief and then it's gone. He's saying it's dear because it makes him realize that same truth about his own life, that life is short. My life is like a brief hour that could be beautiful and majestic, and then it's gone. And I love how it inspires him at the end of the poem too. He says, as he watches the line of light that plays along the smooth wave in the burning west, he said he longs to tread that golden path of rays and think 'twould lead to some bright isle of rest. Like, what's out there, He's turning his eyes to the future, and it gives him hope. Like, it makes him want to go on an adventure, right? Like, if he followed the sun, it might lead to some beautiful, bright isle of rest, right? So it's just such a great poem. I really hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, it's my favorite poem from this great Irish poet. I don't know if we're going to do any more of his poems in this walkthrough, but he's definitely worth a read, if you haven't read much Thomas Moore. So thanks for coming on this walkthrough, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one.